Do you want to really wow your students and really jazz up a potentially boring lesson? The appearing photo is the key. It's way easier than it looks. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these activities. Again, these activities are providing instant feedback. They're also great resources to have in your drive for fast finishers, to differentiate, for remediation, when the student asks for extra practice, a student comes in for help. These are incredible resources to have at your fingertips.
I am now going to take you through one of my favorite activities. This one is a huge crowd favorite. Before I start, I need to give credit where credit is due. I saw this idea on Instagram, and I saw it from two of my favorite people that I follow on Instagram, Senora Cruz Spanish and La Secundaria. So I've seen this kind of activity from both of them. They make them way better than I do. Theirs are beautiful. I would highly recommend checking them out. I'm going to put their information in the description of this video. But I wanted to make sure that I did not start before sharing where I got this idea. Credit to my husband for immediately knowing how to do this when I showed him and wanted to modify from my class. And I want to show you how to do it. But again, please check them out. They have just incredible, beautiful resources. Their Teachers Pay Teachers stores are phenomenal, and their Instagrams are as well. So thank you very much to those ladies. So this is an appearing photo activity. This is a really basic conjugation one. I have done this with conjugations. I've done it with more advanced fill-in-the-blank sentences, but this is really just one of those vocab grammar practices. You could absolutely do it with vocabulary as well. So the nice thing about this is that it is self-checking. And the students, whenever they get a correct answer, will have a part of a puzzle appear. They love this. It gives them that immediate feedback that they want. And it also is just fun for them to kind of put that puzzle together. It looks different than things that they normally do. It's a great thing to have, like I was saying in the intro, it's a great thing to have in your files for fast finishers, for extra practice, for studying. Parents love these because their students get that feedback right away. We definitely recommend that you check it out and try to make one. I will say that they take a while to get comfortable with. And in the interest of full disclosure, we talk about the levels of understanding. I tried to record one of these that was just I forgot what tense I was in there. I tried to record one of these videos that was just a tutorial. And I realized that my level of understanding is not yet at a level 4. Oh my gosh, yo, Vango, Senora. And that I needed to take you step by step through this. I can do it. I just need to take you step by step. I can't give you too broad of an overview in terms of my comfort level. So this is what it's going to look like at the end here. Again, this is one that I did with my level 2s when we were practicing the present tense. But I'm going to take you step by step and show you how you can do this on your own. So start with a Google spreadsheet. Obviously, very important. You also need an image, okay? Whatever your image is that you want the appearing image to become. You are going to go to this pinetools.com/split-image. And I will link that below as well. But you are going to put that in your URL box there. You're going to go to this website and you're going to upload your picture. I created this on Canva. You can do whatever you choose. I like to make them little jokes that the kids see at the end. I'm going to split the image both as a horizontally and vertically, so it's like a grid. And I want to make this 25. Let's make it 25. So I am doing 5 blocks vertically and 5 blocks horizontally. Now that I've got that, I am going to split my image, and you'll see that it gives me files to download. I have 25 files because I asked it to split the image into 25 pieces. So I can download them all at one time, or I can download them individually. I am going to choose to download them all at one time in a zip file. I will need to unzip this. So what I like to do, and this makes my desktop look absolutely terrifying, but I like to drop them all over my desktop. I delete them afterwards, but that's where I like to keep them for right now. Okay, so I'm over here. I'm going to title my spreadsheet reflexive conjugation. I'm going to make this for my next unit. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone here in full disclosure. I'm going to add a sheet. Okay, so down here, this plus sign, that's going to add another sheet. This is a really important step. You cannot skip this step. I am going to name this sheet image. Image. And right now I am working on this image sheet. That's really where I'm going to be focusing. I like to go to M63. You can go wherever you want, but it's just somewhere where it's not right at the top. Let me find M. All right, so M63 is where I like to start. And then I am going to start insert image in cell. I'm going to find it from my desktop. I'm going row 1, column 1, insert in cell. Then I'm going to go next, insert image in cell, browse, go back to my desktop. It's row 1, column 2. This is the most time consuming part, is that you actually do have to go through and upload all of these. It can be easier if you have, I didn't want to do it for the sake of this video, but you can download them one at a time and just drag them to the upload. It saves you a couple clicks because they'll show up in the bar at the bottom. Let's find column 4. And insert image. Column 5. I'm going to do the rest of these on my own, and then we'll pick up from there. You don't have to watch me do all of them. All right, so I finished doing that. I finished uploading all my photos. Now I need to kind of rearrange these columns. I'm just going to kind of drag them, click and drag. I want them to come together. Let's see. Just kind of drag them around. There is a way that you can click on the cell and resize the column. We might do that a little bit later. I personally just like to drag them around and see. If you go too much, then they get a little bit wonky there. But you just want to get them as close as you can without messing up the other column. All right, we're going to call that good. So I start, the lights in my classroom went off. I start in M63 and I make a sheet that looks like this. And I know it's backwards for us, but I actually, on a piece of scratch paper, this is just the back of an activity, I write all the cells. So I have M63, N63, O63, P63, Q63, M64, and etc. That way I can check them off when I'm inputting them into my code here. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to sheet 1. And I'm going to start with my questions. So let's say that I want to start, I like to leave a column right there. Let's say that I want to start here. And I want to say, yo, espertarse. I'm just having them do rote conjugations right now. And then let's say I want to do ella vestirse. And I want nosotros ducharse. And I'm just going to keep going through these and putting in different verbs. So I'm going to do that for us right now. Again, won't make you look at that whole thing. Okay, so now I have all of my verbs in here, the ones that I want. I can and will, because I can't stand Arial or Times New Roman, change the fonts here and the sizes. So I have some options in terms of what I'm going to do there. Maybe I'll make these 12. again, this is a very, very, very basic activity. You can make this more advanced. You can make this look nicer by creating the image in Canva and then inserting it into your Google Slides presentation as well. We are keeping this very, very simple. So I've got all of my subjects and verbs here, and I want them to answer, I want them to conjugate the verb in this column over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these two, and I want to make them one unit. So I'm highlighting, I'm control clicking on these cells, going up to this borders, and then I'm doing these outer borders. And then if I keep doing this, I can just say Control Y. I can hit Control Y and it will do it. So I highlight Control Y for all of these as well. Now, this is, again, just cosmetic. It's just something that I think makes it look a little bit cleaner, make it look a little bit more engaging, more visually appealing. You could absolutely skip this step. And now I want to make these conjugation boxes a different color. Again, this is just what I would like to do here. You can make them any of these traditional colors here, or you can add in a custom hex code. So if you have a hex code that you like, you can add that in there. For right now, I'm just going to make these this orange. I might go back and change that at some point. Again, I'm using Control Y to do the same. Control Y will have it do the same thing that it did prior. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make H really small so that I have a nice little buffer there. I'm going to take 5 columns here. Let's see, which one do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. I, J, K, L, M. And I want to make these the same width and the same height. So I think the width of I is good. So I'm going to figure out how wide that is by hitting resize. Okay, that's 72. Maybe I'll make it 70. Let's make it an easy 70. So now I'm going to highlight, and I'm just going to, goodness gracious, I'm going to highlight I, J, K, L, and M. And I'm going to right click, resize, and I want them all to be 70. That's going to distribute them evenly and make them all 70. Now, I also want them to be 70 in height. And this is going to change the formatting a little bit, which can be a little difficult for if you are like me and very, very visual. So I've highlighted 5 columns here, or I'm sorry, 5 rows. I want to resize these, and I also want to make these 70 pixels. Okay, so you'll notice that what happened is these boxes got bigger as well. So this I'm just going to have to play with. Okay, I might actually, instead of doing those, I might make it resize ones that are all in 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have it. There we go. Now these are all 70 as well, but I can have them all become 70, and I can delete these rows. Now, I want to highlight all of these boxes here to make my little square. I'm going to hit that borders, those outer borders again. You can change the color. You can make it thicker. You can make it dotted. You have a lot of different things that you can do there. But I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. So this is going to drive me nuts. I need to I need to center these. Here we go. All right. Gotta center those in the boxes. Again, so many different cosmetic things that you can do. Let me get into the coding. That's what we're all here for. Okay, so what I'm going to want to do now is I'm going to want to use something very fancy called an if statement. An if statement is a code that we use in Excel or in Google Sheets to tell us if something happens, we want something else to happen. So if we start with, let's say we want our first answer here is despertarse. Obviously, it's me despierto. Let's say that when they answer this question correctly, I want this box to have its puzzle piece appear. I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to type equals if parentheses. My cell here is C2. C2 equals quotation marks with me despierto. Now I have to go outside of that end quote, comma, image, exclamation point, M63. Now, why did I choose M63? Because on my handy little sheet here, I know that the top left piece of the puzzle is M63 on my image sheet. So I'm saying that I want what's in the M63 cell on the image sheet of this workbook to come up in this cell if the student answers me despierto in cell C2. Then I have to click comma, space, and enter. So now watch what happens. Me despierto, that puzzle piece is going to appear. If I take out me despierto, it goes away. If they type in despertarme, they get nothing. They have to type in the correct answer. So what I personally choose to do is on my sheet where I have written out all of those cells, I'm crossing off M63 so that I know that I've already used that cell. You could also keep this present so that you know which cells haven't been used. Now, let's say that I want to divertirse to answer this box. I'm going to type in my same equation, equals if parentheses. What cell is to divertirse? C3 equals quotation marks te diviertes, comma, outside of the quotation marks, image, exclamation point, and this box right here, which is it's the second column, third row, I can look on my guide and I know that N65 is where that piece of the puzzle is. And then I will click comma, space, and let's check it out. We always have to check it, make sure that it works. There it is. I'm going to keep doing this. Maybe I want ponerse to be this one. That's usted ponerse equals if C4 equals quote se pone image, and this is going to be column Q 64, Q64. Comma, space, enter. That comma space is telling it that if anything else is in there, that you leave it blank. So let's try it. There's my piece of the puzzle. I'm going to keep doing this for all of these pieces, and then I'll come back and show you once they're all done. Okay, so I have finished the coding. You'll see that if you click on any of these puzzle pieces up here, I've got my if code. So this cell right here is the answer to C8. So that is yo ponerse. So this is if C8 equals quote me pongo quote comma space image exclamation point. And if we look here, that one is 064. Okay, 064, comma, space, close parentheses. If I took these, I typed in all the answers just to make sure that it worked. So I see that I have my puzzle here. I am going to take all of these out and we'll watch as our puzzle goes away. You can change the color of these if you so choose, so that while the students are waiting for it to appear as a different color, you can make it however you want it to look, whatever color you want. And again, when they start typing these in, oh, I would have gotten them wrong. They disappeared, so it's going to start to appear. Right. Etc. So they're getting piece by piece. We have successfully made an appearing image activity. If codes can also be used if you want to give specific feedback. That's going to be a little bit more of the next step as well. So in an upcoming video, I'll show you how to do that as well. But that is your appearing images. Thanks so much for watching.